3, 2, 1,
Clap.
clap.
All right. We'll see how this syncs up.
Hey there, everyone. Welcome to another fun adventure here at Action Toon Brothers.
Woo!
Woo! I am the host this time, Ben Sturgeon, and with me today is the owner and co-host of this. It's so weird to say that all the time. Matthew Lewis, everyone.
Yeah. Fucking metal.
So, hey, Matt.
Yo.
Heard any good metal recently?
Yeah, I was just listening. I have what was it? Rob Zombie's Dragula on one of my main playlists that I listen to, and I hear it all the time on my way to work. Just fucking blasting that on the way home.
And let me guess, it's just Dragula. It's not.
No, I have a bunch of
not
Hellbilly Deluxe.
It's just Dragula.
Yeah, that's the first. This is the main one I love because it's just so popular and fun. Just to but also, what's it called? God damn it, what the fuck is the name of the band? We talk about them all the time on here. Rammstein. Yeah, but no, the other one. God damn it, what the hell?
I could list so many and it would not be the answer.
Like the fucking BYOB song they do.
Mindless Self-Indulgence?
No. The band sings with BYOB.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank right now.
I'll remember in a second. You fucking vamp for a second.
Wait, you're not talking about Slipknot, are you?
Not Slipknot. What the hell? I have so much fucking random music on my playlist. I can't even picture it.
You know what's actually funny?
Yeah.
Ed would be pissed off at us.
Ed barely listens to metal.
No.
System of a Down. That's what I was thinking of.
System of a Down, right?
Yeah.
But we've been talking about, Metalocalypse and like metal songs and everything like that. And you know who you and I have never dropped before?
Who?
Guar.
I think I mentioned Guar in the first episode or so.
At us.
I always bring up, like, whenever anyone brings up Guar, that me and Ed caught fucking either bird flu or swine flu at a concert downtown, getting sprayed with blood and cum.
Avian swine flu, guys. They got the avian swine flu.
And I always say, yes, we were sprayed with blood and cum at the Guar show, and then we got sick.
I mean, yeah, that tends to happen.
That's about how it works.
When you're a measly human at a Guar show.
They brought out the blood and cum cannons, and it was the fucking mosh pit we were in. It was great.
Dude, you want to know something?
Yep.
Fuck you lucky bastard.
Yeah.
Guar bled and came all over you guys.
It was the best.
But today, we're actually going to be wrapping up season 1 of Metalocalypse today.
Hell yeah.
And I would say that they're all doozies, but 4 of them are pretty much the same, the first 4 episodes are like, the same formula. It's the final episode that actually does shit.
Well, I would say 1 really sticks out because it's about a character that me and you both love a lot.
Dude, abso-fucking-lutely. But yeah, so, oh boy. Well, I don't think we should keep them waiting because we should go to season 1, episode 16 of Metalocalypse.
Dethkids. Nathan Explosion is doing books on tape. One of my favorite things. My favorite pastimes.
Yep. And Squizgar. Oh, yeah, but Nathan Explosion is not just doing audiobooks for anything. He's doing the entire works of Shakespeare.
Yeah. and then Squizgar is sleeping with tons of MILFs and G-MILFs at like award shows and stuff. It's just very, very funny.
And it's finally happening, guys. Murderface. He's finally doing his side project, Planet Piss.
Yeah. Let's see. Pickles is saying it's like a weird news expose thing about hey, is he not really doing as much drinking and drugging as he claims he has been? Because he seems really wasted, but essentially he's not really he's doing not as much as he used to. And then finally, Toki Wartooth is getting an award. He's top backstage at some kind of award show, which I think is a real award, some kind of kids award in South America.
Yeah, it's an Argentinian awards show, but he wins the award. He's weird. Not only did he get not in the Dethclown minute, but Charles is like, "You're getting a very distinguished award. which apparently is known as Los Niños Favoriticos. I murdered the shit out of that Spanish timer. Pretty much, he's the kid's favorite.
Yeah, Kids' Choice Award for
Argentina. It's pretty much like an Argentina Kids' Choice Award. Slime and confetti pour on him. He gets shot with super soakers filled with slime, and he's just like, I hate kids.
And then we hit the intro. And then we get set up on the tribunals, talking about how they're upset that Toki Wartooth is so incredibly popular with kids.
And of course, no tribunal would be complete without their expert. This time, it's child control expert, Professor Jerry Gustav Mangoldink.
Talking about
like he actually pronounces it as Mangoldink. I'm like, dude, that's Mangoldink.
Mangoldink, yeah, I said Mangoldink.
No. I'm saying you said Mangoldink, but like when I was watching the episode,
you said Mangoldink.
The senator's like Mangoldink. I'm like, dude, that's Mangoldink. Learn your English. And of course, this professor's just like, we've done everything we can to control kids, but now that Toki Wartooth is famous with them, do you remember the 60s?
Yeah, General's like,
that was just yeah. The General was like, yeah. That was just hippies with flowers and stuff. Just think, what if children grew up on metal? And I'm sitting here, I'm like, where the fuck was that? But after the tribunal is pretty much like, oh no, this could be devastating, as they want to do in every episode.
Yeah, of course.
We just get Charles and everyone just in a meeting, and we don't get a meeting.
We get to the Wish for Something Foundation wants Toki to be the poster child for Juliet Sarmengsaldandel.
Yeah, try to say it that way. Yeah, it's not so easy now, is it?
Sarmengsaldandel. It's weird, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Toki says, no, I want to be more evil.
Yeah, Toki's just like, why can't I just screw sluts or just, drink lots of booze like everyone else? Why do I have to get stuck with the kids? And they're like, dude, the kid's dying. He's like, good. Fuck the child. He's like, dude, that's low. He's like, no, I hate being the kid favorite. And he like goes from like, normal Toki Wartooth to like, I'm gonna be the voice in everything.
He gets spiky armor.
He literally pours blood and intestines all over his room, burns everything, spike pauldrons and everything. I'm like, dude, wow. I know there's edgy, but fucking damn, dude.
Yeah, very fucking funny. We see Murderface beginning to try to record Planet Piss with their producer. He's like, just keeps messing with the actual volumes and not actually producing anything. And just he's really annoyed with Murderface being so shitty at it.
Right, yeah. I was going to say, Murderface is working with Nubler.
Yep, Nubler.
Because, very prestigious guy, but it's not going.
Yeah, and then we see Nathan is trying to record his works with Pickles on the recording devices, and he's saying, okay, I'm going to try to do this all in one long take, because this guy wrote a lot of shit.
Oh. Okay, go. And you see a montage of Nathan, quoting all of Shakespeare.
Yeah.
As he's losing his voice slowly. And then at the point where you can barely hear him, Pickles fucking, plastered off his ass is like, dude, Nathan, you're gonna kill me for this, but I forgot to press record. But I got good news. I'm sorry.
He's like,
and we get like the Nathan, we get like the Nathan explosion, kind of thing. Only it's like very weakened because his laryngitis. I don't fucking know.
Of course.
But yeah,
and we're back to the Planet Piss recording going really shittily, real quick.
Yeah, just we get like the usual like metal riff that plays in like every single episode. Mm-hmm. Only we got Murderface just singing about piss, like I'm a piss and you're a piss and piss.
And we got a quick scene of Toki walking around the halls.
Shenanigans going on.
Yeah, of course. A quick scene of Toki walking around, being like,
I'm evil, Toki.
Everything's like being flame throwing on the walls, and just being weird and sounding like a creep. They eventually won.
And all the other members are like, hey, can we I don't know, kick him out of the band?
Yeah, or
and
maybe kill him.
Drunk off his ass. Yeah, Pickles drunk off his ass is trying to give ideas for killing him, and Squizgo's like, this is too much for me to handle. And Murderface is just like, man, I'm gonna have to, I'm emotional right now. I guess I'm gonna have to cancel Planet Piss. And Offenstead is just like, okay, guys, look, I can do the paperwork if you want, but hey, I have an idea. I have an idea that can just work. So he walks into Toki's room when Juliet appears, and he's like, hey there, she's here. She's the dying girl's here. She made you a DVD. You should totally watch it if I were you.
Yeah.
And as he's about to watch the DVD, we see like the other band members with the sick girl. It's like, oh, Pickle's like, oh hey, maybe we could get you some tequila. And Nathan's just like, don't worry, you're gonna grow up to be big and strong. And oh wait, no, you're not. Sorry. And tries to Squizgar tries to give her guitar popsicles.
Yeah.
And the mom's just like,
no,
we should
probably just go.
Go.
Yeah.
And then we get to the DVD, and it's Juliet on her Guitar Hero remote.
Yeah,
control,
a fake guitar, but playing a fun song about wanting to be brutal, when she just like as Toki is so brutal. This is very, very cute song. And then we see Toki flashback to his own childhood while watching this DVD, and like his weird, terrible parents. And he like imagines him and the girl Juliet singing together, and it's like a whole long ass rainbow music video that all Toki's videos always are like.
Right, it's just weird. And of course, it's not a Toki weird dreamscape music video without something weird happening. And now I know what you're thinking. All the weird like metal faces with like the rainbows and everything is not weird enough. We have to get cameo from Drunk Pickles, who gets to sing because he's very drunk. As Pickles legitimately like sings as he says, "Oh, I'm here, and because I'm drunk," and I'm just like, you know what, Brendan, thank you. Brendan Small, thank you. But then after that song, Toki finally snaps out of his funk, and he's like, wait, little girls, I was all screws up in the head, but now I have all the time in the world. So you should come back in here. Turns her around in her wheelchair, and she's fucking dead.
Yeah, you see like the voice like, I'm dead! I'm dead because of you! He's like, no,
yeah, right. He's like freaking out.
Like I keep saying, like,
and
it was a crazy
in his mind, he just sees like, because I mean, she like legitimately like just died in the chair, so
Yeah,
nothing weird. He just imagines like like rotting face with maggots and shit and all
like
that stuff.
Screaming,
and this is all happening as the credits are rolling, and then before we get the ending, we get Murderface and Dick Nubbler like listening to Planet Piss, and it's like, wait, hey, now hold on. Murderface is like, now hold on. Did you tuned my voice, didn't you? And Nubbler's like, no, this is it. And Murderface just looks and is like, well, can you? Can you do it, please? It's like, because apparently his voice was like really bad, because this is why Murderface doesn't sing. And that's where the episode ends.
Yep.
We just cut right there.
The episode just ends there, like an insane, weird landing. Very, very crazy ass episode.
Now, here's the question of the day. Going a little bit more on the a different approach to this. You've probably read like news reports and stuff like that about famous people doing the Make-A-Wish Foundation stuff, right?
Yeah.
What was one of your favorite ones that you read?
I was gonna say, I looked up some like threads on like Reddit and stuff like that, like people who actually work with the program. And there's like I said, most kids that just want to like go eat at McDonald's, or like one kid said all he wanted to do was to be on TV with a frog. And I was like, that's pretty fucking funny.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah. They said like most of them just like want to go to Disney World or Disneyland, whichever one's closest to them, which is always very nice. Mm-hmm. And but there's some like sad stories about like ones that they could make happen, or ones that were like too difficult. Like one kid could not like leave or travel or anything like that, but he really wanted to go to Japan, and like they just couldn't do anything about it. And so like they offered him like, oh, how about Disney World like normal? And he's like, nope, just like would not budge. And so they just like, okay, but then they just like kind of left without doing anything. It was really fucked up.
Damn.
Yeah.
They could have brought Japan. They could have just brought Japan to him or something.
That's what they offered, but they offered that too. And he said no, he wants to go to Japan or nothing. And they said all right, and then he just had to leave. I'm just like, that's depressing.
Damn.
But yeah, it was a
Yeah,
very
like-
interesting thread about that. But I remember the ones where we see like a kid like get to meet somebody and they like to meet like a fake like celebrity that they don't want to meet. It's like the gag on TV or whenever it's like a special thing. Like do you see The Boys?
No, I have yet to see
Okay,
The Boys.
there's a Make-A-Wish like parody thing where like one of those sick kids wanted to meet like one of the other superheroes, but he met like a different one, and he was like really upset about it. And the guy was just like smiling and giving thumbs up on the camera, and it was really just like that's always a funny gag like in the 90s and stuff. Whenever that was like really famous on TV and stuff like that. Did you read any ones that were weird or interesting?
Nah, I didn't do the weird ones, like any of the weird ones. Like the one that I remember, you know, like aside from like, I think it was like Tobey Maguire, someone dressing up as Spider-Man for a kid or something.
Yeah.
One of my all-time favorite ones, especially because it took like 4+ hours just to get in the costume, was when Ron Perlman actually got to come in as Hellboy.
That sounds cool as hell. You wanted to be Hellboy?
Oh my
That's
god,
fucking
dude, the
amazing.
kid was fucking ecstatic.
Yeah, that sounds fucking
And I'm just
awesome.
like, well, and I'm sitting here, I'm like, dude, yeah, especially when it takes him like 4+ hours just to get the makeup on. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's really cool to see some of that stuff, and it's kind of depressing, you know. Not the funny, like some of your stories were fucking hilarious.
Of course, yeah.
But like the one where it's like, okay, sorry kid, we can't do anything, so bye.
Yeah. But I remember the Robert Downey Jr. did something like that. I know he did something like when he was playing Iron Man, and it was just like a huge thing where him like showing up to places with tons of kids, and it was just a whole big thing for them. That's any of the Spider-Man ones are always very fucking fascinating. It's just like, yeah, it's a good thing that that organization is still working and still doing stuff, even if like there are some weird, crazy stories about it. It's good to know that something like that's around for kids, even though people like Toki don't want to do it. Wait for the kids to have passed away to really do something.
Yeah, right. But yeah. But now, speaking of, you know, Toki Wartooth and everything.
Yeah,
like
I got
that,
another Toki episode.
To another Toki episode with episode 17.
Dethclown.
We start off with Toki and Dr. Roxo taking a joyride in Murderface's car while just being fucking crazy and shit, getting into Murderface's car gun, shooting it around and stuff.
Yeah, just screaming
while,
like, yeah.
Yeah, hitting, they bust through a stained glass window. They destroy a random fucking Dethklok fruit stand.
Yeah. Crashing into, like, random cliche stuff.
And, you know, blasting music and everything. And they get to Mord House, and everyone else is, like, asleep.
Yeah, they're in their bedrooms, and they're like, what the hell is that noise?
Yeah, well, no. They stay asleep because you just, in the background, you hear the music. It turns off. You hear the doors close. You hear the lock. And you see, like, Toki and Roxo sneaking in, holding their shoes like they're, like, high schoolers.
Oh yeah, I forgot they're like sleeping and they're sleeping like in the main like lounge room together, just like sleeping in the air. It's so silly.
Just like and as they sneak in, because Dr. Roxo sits right next to Murderface, to put the keys back in his pocket. So he has hands in Murderface's pocket, but Murderface wakes up, looks at him, Dr. Roxo looks at him, and just whispers, "I do cocaine."
He's like,
And like he screams, they both scream. We get the intro card, and everyone is just like, "Dude, what the fuck? Why are you hanging out with Dr. Roxo? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing shooting guns and stuff? I mean, that's really cool and everything, but like, yeah, right before a concert. What would happen if you broke your pinky finger? Yeah, no concert then."
Yeah, he's like, come on.
So
come on, Toki. You know there's no such thing as clowns.
And of course, Toki argues, you know, that clowns are the most metal thing ever. And they're like, dude, no, they're not.
No.
They're fucking clowns. Dude, statistically, clowns are the most hated thing in the world.
Most hated creatures.
Yeah, well, statistically or not, he's got to go. And Charles is like, okay, guys, look. We got some stuff to do. We got a lot of work to do tomorrow. I'll take care of this right now. You guys go to sleep. All right. Do you mind if we give you a ride home? Roxas is like, yeah, okay.
I guess so.
And then as he's leaving, Charles is like, all right, just, give him whatever he wants. And then he goes to one of the clocketeers and just whispers, put the boots to him, medium style.
That's like one of the best lines
So
in the series.
right outside on the lawn, they're just like fucking curb stomping him.
Beating him up.
And then, just beating the shit out of him. Just walk home, clown. Walks away. And then we get the tribunal.
Oh, we see Dr. Roxo pull out a gun first.
Oh, yeah. He does pull out the car gun again. But the senator's just like, we saw something very vile at Mordhouse this night. We saw that Toki was joyriding with a clown. General Crozier's just like, yeah, this one here, his name is Dr. Roxo. He's a rock and roll clown. He does cocaine.
That's all we know.
And that's all we know about him. I'm just sitting here like, what? And they pretty much decide, yeah, we should probably get him to be the man on the inside since, he's friends with Toki.
Of course.
Meanwhile, practicing for the concert, Murderface is like sucking more than usual.
Yeah.
and they're like, Nathan's like, dude, what the fuck is going on? And Murderface is like, dude, I ran out of underwear, so I'm wearing a bathing suit underneath. And Pickles is like, what the fuck are you doing? Dude, just don't wear anything underneath. It's called free balling.
Yeah, just go free balling. He's like, free balling?
Yeah, just free ball. It's like, and Murderface is like, what? Why would I fucking do that? And Nathan's like, dude, like, 65% of the time, I'm not wearing, I'm not wearing underwear. I wear underwear like 65% of the time. Other than that, I'm free balling. And Squisco's like, yeah, the underwears in Sweden are like, the kinky stuff, but all of the normal sexy stuff, yeah, that's free balling. And then it literally flashes later, and Murderface is fucking killing it on the bass.
Like he hears bass, he's like,
yeah, he's like actually like fucking killing it. He's like, you know what? Yeah, and all it took was for him to not wear underwear. That's how amazing it is.
Hell yeah. We cut to the general is talking to Dr. Roxo about infiltrating the band, saying you're gonna get it and get some information, just don't cause a scene. And he's just like, I get it. What's he called? The fucking general? He calls him something like
oh no, he's like, just keep that cabbage coming. Yeah, I forget what the fuck he calls him. He calls him something weird. But then General also looks at him and says, look out for this guy. And it's a picture of Charles.
Yeah.
He's like, this guy means business. And he's like, pretty much Dr. Roxo's like, he doesn't care because he gets paid. And all of a sudden he's just, I do coke. Yes, we know.
Clowns.
Yeah, rock and roll clown. It's like, wow.
Later, the band is just sitting all in a bath in like the jacuzzi in the middle of their little lounge area.
Fucking right, just the random jacuzzi.
Yeah, they're congratulating Murderface, like, hey man, you're playing really well. Yeah, we might not mix you out this time. So it's like, oh, don't worry about it.
Yeah, right. You're like, you actually are playing some like, we could actually put you in the album this time.
And then like they hear,
and it was all thanks to free balling.
They're like, yeah, we think monks were under their robes. Yeah, they're free balling, just like talking about how great it is. And then they hear the doorbell ring, and Toga's like, oh, that's Dr. Roxo. I invited him to hang out. And they're just like, whoa.
Oh, I like it. It's just like, hey, don't run, it's wet. And I thought we said no fucking clowns. No, we just yelled at each other. We just yelled at each other, and he got beat up. That's what we agreed on. And he's just like, shit.
I don't want that clown hanging around. Like normally that painted dildo, that Bartifice says normally that painted dildo would piss me off, but I'm free balling, so I don't care about anything.
Right, and of course we get the yeah, and then like as he's like being fucking Dr. Roxo, Charles is like, can I talk with you in private for a second? Okay, look, Toki seems to actually like you, so our house is our home is your home. However, just stay in the main room, and you need to fill out this like pain waiver and confidentiality waiver. And Rox is like, what if I don't? And all Charles has to say is, try me. And like they have like a stare down. Roxo notices a weird safe. He's like, oh I'm just pulling your
chain, baby.
You did have me beaten up, however.
That shit
That
hurts.
hurt. And just Charles just shrugs and says, "All right, just stay in the main room and we'll be fine." And then we get Dr. Roxo like, "Yeah, who wants to see a music video?" It's just like, why would we want to do that? I would rather, like, Nathan's just like, I would rather die than watch this. And of course, Roxo's just like, "This is called I'm just a rock and roll clown." It got this got banned from television because you could see my junk through the jumpsuit. And then we get a song, "I'm just a rock and roll clown," which is a song about Dr. Roxo doing a lot of cocaine.
Yeah.
and that weird, and Matt, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
What?
You know what I'm talking about. That fucking ass wiggle.
Yeah.
That fucking ass wiggle.
And I was just watching it, the band's like disgusted and hates it. Just like, the hell is this terrible video?
Except for Toki. Toki's just laughing, having a good time. And as this is happening, Dr. Roxo, through a camera in his hat, is like taking pictures of things. He actually somehow opens up the safe, which Charles turns on the lights and is just like, find something interesting there. Pulls out a gun. He's like, "All right,
bag off, jag off."
Bag off, leave me alone. But be cool, Dr. Roxo. We're cool here. And then all of a sudden, in the main jacuzzi room, we hear one gunshot, and we hear Murderface like, "That was my car gun." Stands up wearing like shorts.
Yeah.
Dude, you're not supposed to be wearing clothes in here.
I'm freeballing.
I'm freeballing. Dr. Roxo literally just jumps out the window.
Yeah.
And as the Clocketeers, one of them actually having a bullet wound in his arm, he's like, "Wait a minute, stop. See where he goes," as he's staring out the window.
Yep.
And as the credits are rolling, you just see the general looking at some of the papers that Roxo stole from the safe. And then we get more
the
of
music video.
I'm a rock and roll clown. I'm just a rock and roll clown. I do cocaine. And then the credits end.
Hell yeah, Dr. Roxo, the best.
So what's so funny about that song, "I'm Just a Rock and Roll Clown"?
Yeah.
It kinda sounds like a deeper voiced Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, I was gonna say the voice sounds different during the actual thing, but it does sound like it like looks and is like an old '80s music video, and it's very funny.
Dude, yeah. That music video was fucking trippy as hell with the kaleidoscope and shit like that.
Yeah.
But Roxo, when he sings, he actually sounds like a deeper voiced Ozzy Osbourne.
Well,
I'm like, I sat here, and I'm just like, I do not like the fact that I am comparing Dr. Roxo, an imaginary rock and roll clown from a cartoon show. His singing voice is compared to fucking Ozzy Osbourne.
Hey, Dr. Roxo is prominent and famous for a reason. He's a very good singer.
Oh, dude, fuck yeah.
And his band, which we're talking about way later, is he part of Zaz Blaming Mataz, or is that Toki's old band?
No. Zaz Blaming Mataz was Dr. Roxo's
okay,
band.
yeah. Oh yeah, Snakes and Barrels.
Yeah,
Snakes and a Barrel was Toki's band. Yeah.
No. Snakes and Barrels was Pickles'
Oh,
band.
Pickles. Yeah. Sorry, I meant Pickles. Toki's never had a band before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking clowns.
Man, fucking clowns, man.
Yeah,
and you know what?
Yeah.
I would say we'll never see him again. But no, we're gonna see him a lot.
Of course,
more.
we'll see a ton of him.
God.
He's the fucking best. I was gonna say clowns, famous clowns from shit. Do you have any like particular ones that you know? I have like a list of a whole bunch of clowns from a bunch of stuff that I know. Like one that randomly sticks out of my brain was Binky. Remember Garfield in Friends?
Yeah, Binky the clown
from Garfield. Yeah, that one probably the most reminds me of specifically with Dr. Roxo.
Yeah, dude. Let's be honest, because let's say Dr. Roxo is like a combination between Binky and Krusty.
Yeah, Krusty's another one that I had on my list. Krusty the Clown.
Oh yeah, because he's another famous clown. You can't go clowns without saying Joker or Harley Quinn.
Yeah,
because,
of course.
Those are obvious ones.
I was gonna say from Hell of a Boss, my sister's favorite character, Fizzarolli, is her favorite.
Dude, yeah. give shout outs to fucking Fizzarali because that guy is intense.
Yeah, he's
I
fucking
love that
fantastic.
I love that little bastard so much.
But of course, then of course, one that I'm sure you're very familiar with, Captain Spaulding.
Why not?
Yeah, of course, he's one of the best.
Matt, don't you like clowns? Don't you think we're fucking funny? Dude, yeah. But hey, if we're gonna go that route, puts hand on your shoulder, Terrifier.
Hell yeah, Art the Clown.
What's his actual name?
Art the Clown.
Yeah, Art the Clown.
Have you seen Terrifier 2?
I have yet to see any of them, but I've had a backlog, and it is on my list.
Dude,
it is September. Of
course, it's spooky season.
And that means next month. Yeah, well, I was gonna say that means next month is October, which means I need to start watching more horror films and Terrifier, and maybe Terrifier 2, depending on how.
I would say honestly, like Terrifier 1 is like a very, very cheap, very, very short, like practically a student film with just like one or two crazy, brutal like special effects things in it. The second one, which is what I highly recommend, is like 2.5 hours of some of the most brutal, disgusting shit you'll ever see in your life. The second one is like comedically long and like comedically brutal. The first one is like very, very cheap and very, very short. I would say it's.
I still want to see that.
Yeah, it does. It is a direct sequel. Like the events of the first one like happen, and then the second one starts like almost immediately after. But like it's still, I would, if you're gonna watch one and you don't take the whole series as from that one, just definitely follow up with the fucking second one and definitely watch it. But yeah, of course, another famous crazy maniac clown, freaking Pennywise. Who's not really a clown, but takes the appearance of a clown.
No. We'll count him as a clown. Let's be honest. We'll count him as a clown. But yeah, just there's a lot we could do, especially like 2 movies I would recommend to you at least, Matt. Yeah. Not necessarily because of any famous like clowns, but like they have the carnival clown motif thing going on for both of them.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who made Repo the Genetic Opera, Devil's Carnival and Alleluia, Devil's Carnival 2.
I believe I saw them.
The first one is the first one is very short. Like it's not even an hour long, I found out. And I'm like, wow, really?
I think I did see those. Both of them, I believe.
But the second one, but they're good dark musicals, and I just love how they did Hell. I love how it's a carnival of just a carnival of souls.
Yeah,
pretty
very
much.
Hell of a boss with the all of them being carnival based. But yeah, the other thing I would do is
wait a minute. You're right. I forgot. Very famous clowns, right?
Yeah.
From Hasbin Hotel, Adam.
Dumb. Anyway, the other thing I want to talk about is
no. Hey, you know why he's a clown?
Why?
He's dead.
Why would you spoil that for people watching the show who don't follow Has-Been yet?
Oh,
spoilers.
Dude, we talked about Fizzaroli from Hell of a Boss.
Yeah, but Fizzaroli's prominent, but you don't even meet him until like halfway through the series. Anyway, this isn't a Hell of a Boss podcast.
Yeah. I was gonna say we'll have to do that next time.
I was gonna say, no, we have too many different. I have a ton of different shows, but we don't have time, so we're never gonna finish this one. I was gonna say, cocaine. Besides medicinal purposes for like ear, nose, and throat surgeries. What was it? The thing I was thinking about was like how like it's not very prominent. You don't really hear about it much now these days because like Eric Andre, the actor and the comedian.
Yeah, I know Eric Andre, dude, the guy who does Bird Up.
Yeah, Bird Up, like Eric Andre show, the amazing that road trip movie or whatever that he did with the live prank show. Road trip movie, which is fucking fantastic.
I know who
he
Eric Andre is.
You know how he's like super high energy, super crazy dude, but like I was always probably like wondering, like, why isn't cocaine like around or anything like that? And he said that like he tried it and it was like he's had like strong coffee, like modern, normal, present day like coffees that have like done more for him than that did. Like he said, like a strong coffee. It's like so it's like that's probably like compared to what people were doing in the 80s. Like now people have to offer now with all the crazy drugs and everything we have now these days. It's like cocaine's so like amateur hour. Like nobody really cares about it. That's why it's not so problem.
Yeah,
anymore.
Pretty much. And that it's sad to say that, especially since one of the main ingredients in like the first formula of Coca-Cola was actual like a smidgen of cocaine.
And the whole thing about the $20 bills because of how much snorting there was in the 80s and also the actual makeup of them. Like it's just like but it's just like that's a baby hour now. We can get like a second my freaking quadruple shot at work and fucking be just as good.
dude, you could literally just go to fucking Starbucks and order a coffee, and that'll do more than just fucking Coke.
Yeah. It's very funny. Speaking of which, I got my big ass my venti ice pumpkin spice latte, non-fat, no whip, 3 Splenda extra shot, and it's fucking great. I fucking love fall.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Hell yeah.
But now that we've gotten through all of that, now that we've gone on like a fucking tirade of clowns and cocaine.
Hell yeah. Hey, that's Dr. Roxo for you.
Yeah, well, right, yeah. Now that we're done with Dr. Roxo, let's wind it back, hold it back a little bit, because we're gonna go to a little something different. What happens when a bandmate gets a girlfriend? Find out now on episode 18. Girlfriendklok. We start off with finally we get the first song from the actual Death album, like in a while in this episode.
Oh yeah.
In this recording, we get the first song that is actually on the Death album, Constructicron.
Yeah.
And so we get to see, like, you know, them, like, you know, Dethklok performing with this, like, giant, like, 6-tittied Medusa head, weird winged, armed, like, demon-esque thing. And after they're done, you know, singing, you just see everyone's cheering, and, like, all of the groupie girls and everything like that just flashing Nathan's like,
Nathan,
dude,
rip my arms off, Nathan.
We'll suck your off and everything. And Nathan's just like, I can't. What the fuck is he saying? What is he? I can't because I have a girlfriend. Points at some stuck-up blonde-looking girl, and all of them are just no.
Yeah.
And then we get the opening credits.
Of course. After that, we get to the backstage, and the band is being paid. Like, hey, we're gonna go get painted by naked ladies. Nathan, you in? And he's just like, no, I can't because I have a girlfriend. And she's like, right here. He's like, why you bring your girlfriend backstage? What the hell?
Yeah, and then of course, you know, the girlfriend's like, we gotta go, we gotta do things, and blah, blah,
yeah, we have to move
and
stuff.
Toki's like, what the? And Toki's like, what the fuck are you doing, Nathan? Get painted by these beautiful goyles. It's like, no, I got something to do, and he looks so defeated, and it's just him moving a table that is way too wide for the door into a room
while her parents and her watch him like struggle with it by himself.
Yep, just sitting there. Yep, and even he was just like, feel free to like help in any way if you want. And it's actually funny because on the outside you can see in the background there's like some kind of Escher-esque like looking staircase.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is this house? And then we actually get to the Dethklok minute where it's like, you know, where I keep forgetting who the guy's name is.
I don't know, he's like a riff of like what's it called from like all those like Tonight shows and stuff like that. He's a really funny dude. I can't remember. They say him way back in the beginning of the season. I have no idea what the hell name is though.
Well, then he gets to talking like, hey, and here we go. This is Nathan Explosion and Rebecca, who's a world famous
Nightrod,
who's a world famous like Nightrod, Rebecca Nightrod, who is apparently a tennis player and sitcom star.
Yep.
And everyone's like, hey. Like everyone's giving them, you know, shipping names pretty much, like Nate Becca or Rebesplosion.
Yeah, of course. I don't think the host even has a name. This is the Dethklok Minute host.
I thought he did at one
I could have
point,
sworn he did too, but they just refer to him as the Dethklok Minute host.
Yeah, but the host is also like, yeah, but you know, don't worry about the rising female fan suicide because of this relationship. Because everything's okay now. And then we get to the tribunal, who's just like, oh, he has a girlfriend, like, you know, a celebrity girlfriend.
And we have their celebrity relationship experts.
Oh, do you want me to try this one out?
I can do it if you want.
Well, I'll try it first because, you know, I always find a way to fuck it up, and then you can try it. We got Horace Marmingblatt Wimpelstein Jr.
Yep. Horace Marmingblatt Wimpelstein Jr. Celebrity relationship expert. He says that the celebrity things that they do work in distracting the public, but it does make both members of the couple far more powerful.
Right. And also, before they got the the celebrity relations expert, Crozier did mention that Rebecca's father is a very decorated dignitary,
Yeah.
very influential in the political world.
And
Just to give you an idea of what they're worried about with Dethclown.
And they showed like their baby could be the most like brutal ruler of all. Both of their powers to combine.
Yeah, the most right. And it's like, it's like when you have like very famous celebrities like dating, it could cause like devastation. However, the male libido is the greatest weakness of this, because once a male celebrity like has to choose between being free and open and just fucking everyone and being in one single relationship, it will cause a relationship tornado.
And they're planning
like,
to break them
how
up.
can we do?
Yeah.
Yeah. How are they planning to break them up, Matt?
Well, they're gonna go to the United States Pornography Awards, offering to host it, like to bring up the couple. And we see like the general is just like, I think maybe I should go to this. And so the guy's just like,
And the cardinals is like, I too shall probably go. The fucking even the senator's like, maybe I should go. The two random
the
guys,
guy, I want to go too.
One of them gets a fucking line. He's like, I think we will go too. And then they all get cock-blocked because Mr. Salacia, because we finally got that name last time. Mr. Salacia is
not
like,
allowed to go.
And that's all he says. It's like cock-blocked by Mr. Salacia. And of course, even speaking of cock-blocking, Charles in their meeting, because we cut there, is like, all right, so the United States Pornography Awards, not very important, we like nothing important. I say we pass it, and everyone except for Nathan,
like, no,
we'll get to that in a moment. Dude, what the hell? Are you a eunuch? No, I want to make out with the girls. Yeah, dude, it's the Pornography Awards. Put us in. And he's like, you will literally not be making any money, and you will lose money. I don't fucking care. ICE pays them for this. And then, like, as all of this is happening, Charles is like, sorry. Murderface and Squiscar are like, come on, Charles, you just gotta listen to your heart on this.
Listen to your heart.
Yes, listens to your hearts. And Nathan is like in the background, like talking to his girlfriend, getting screamed at over. Like Nathan is just like, hey, no, I'm sorry. It's just.
He's like, what are you
and of course, like Rebecca's like, why are you yelling at me? I love you.
Yeah, he's like, I love you too.
You too.
Like,
and of course, Charles is like, okay, Nathan, Pornography Awards, you in or out? Wait, it's like, dude, of course he's in. He's like, no, he might not be because he's got a girlfriend. And Nathan's just like, I can do whatever the fuck I want. I'm fucking going.
Yeah.
And then we get to like 2 days later where the band is trying to rehearse, and they're like, wait, we can't because Nathan hasn't shown up to rehearsals. And then Nathan like walks in all depressed. Hey, look, there he is. Why you sad? You broke up with her? No. Damn it. Fuck. I've got some bad news. I'm not allowed to go to the Pornography Awards.
Like, if you don't go, then we can't go. He's like screaming.
Yeah, if you can't go, then we can't perform. That means we can't go. And Pickles is like, I just want to fucking die right now. But then of course, as Nathan is, just wow. Oh, sorry. There's like, you don't understand. She won't let me go. Murderface is like, your relationship is messing with our lives. I'm like, that actually hits a little harder than it should.
He's like, they hate her, but
that
also
night,
they wants to hate her, but also wants to do her. It's like,
such as the strange
and women's are the beasts of the underworld.
The demons of the night.
The underworld.
Such as the strangeness of man's mind. But late that night, everyone like gathers around Nathan and Toki with a fucking bat, like, why do you make me do this? Knocks him the fuck out. And now he's like, and then we get like an interrogation scene where he's like tied to a chair.
Oh god, so funny.
Keep going, Matt.
But I don't know, I could you cut out. I couldn't hear you for a second. But yeah, they just started like beating him up, and like after they reveal that he's in there, like pouring water on him and just torturing him and saying like, why are you with her? You're ruining our lives. And they're like punching him in the stomach, and he's just like, I can't break up with her. She won't let me.
Yeah, I can't break. Like, you guys don't understand. I hate her with every being of my body, but I can't. What if she won't let me? And like, even Pickles is like, wow, look at you being a beaten dog. Like, no, you don't understand. She may not even want me to. Like, she may not give me permission to. Toki, get cocks a bolt in a fucking crossbow.
Yeah, and it's just like, damn, you guys are right.
Oh God, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And then they untie him and they hug. It's very silly.
And they hug it out. And Nathan, like, in this weird fucking Escher ass house, Rebecca, just we need to talk. I just think that we're two different people. And she drops a fucking earring. It's like, just hold on a fucking second, Tonto. And then as she bends down to pick up the earring, her heel breaks and she falls down all of the stairs. And every once in a while, it'll pause and she'll be like, I'm okay. Falls down even more.
Yeah.
Like, super brutal, super comedic. And in the end, the one doctor who apparently the gang wanted to have a fat boy like neutered, that same doctor's like, she's in a coma, but she can still hear you, whatever.
Yeah.
And Nathan's like, okay, look, I was literally about to break up with you back there, but honestly, right now, you're like the best girlfriend ever.
The ultimate girlfriend.
And I think we've grown. And I don't want to lose that. And we've grown so much since. But now I really want to go to the United States Pornography Awards. If you have anything against it, please say something right now. I'm sitting here, I'm like, really, Nathan? And then we see everyone, the band members, giving out awards for best use of dildo at the Pornography Awards.
Yeah. Lots of really dumb dildo jokes, like, what was it? Dildo lips, the kissing dildo, the dildo task force.
The golden dildo, yeah, dildo X-Force or something like that.
Dildo Rooney Roo. It's like,
yeah, dildo Rooney Roo. Just after all of that, we just see Rebecca still in a coma, and that's where the episode ends.
Yep, the episode just ends there. Very, very goofy.
This episode reminded me of one quote from the very first Shrek movie. That after Dragon eats Farquaad, Donkey says, "Celebrity marriages, they never last, do they?" I'm just like sitting here. I'm like, yeah, I get it, because this is exactly what Brendan was trying to do, was the whole like celebrity like dating kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
And we all know how well that works. Points at like all the ones in the past.
Yeah, I would say like a lot of the like the band ones I looked up were like obviously very terrible. Like what was it? Ike and Tina Turner was very bad. Sonny and Cher, I didn't know that they were divorced way before that he actually died. ABBA, the band ABBA,
Sonny
was like
and Cher?
2 different married couples, and they all divorced before the band broke up.
Yeah, just honestly, if you're gonna be in a band, you gotta be really fucking careful.
Yeah,
you
you should
actually
separate
start
things. So you spend too much time. Was it the Stripes with Jack and Megan White? I think I don't know if they're still together or not, but.
Wait, oh, you talking about White Stripes?
Yeah, White Stripes. Is White Stripes anywhere there?
The guys who did Seven Nation Army and them.
I don't think so. No, Jack and I think it's just the Stripes.
But am I thinking of the right band or no?
No. They're 2 different bands.
Okay, look, I sometimes with bands that I don't really like listen to that much.
Oh no, I think they are the White Stripes.
I mix up info.
Yeah, the White Stripes. Yeah, you're right. You're correct. Yeah, Jack White is fucking great. And did you see Walk Hard?
No, I have not seen
Oh my god, that movie's fucking fantastic. He plays Elvis and he's fucking great. He also has a song on the Elvis movie that just came out with Austin Butler. That's a fucking great ass cover of one of the songs. But yeah, fucking celebrity couples. Then there's a lot of ones like the actor ones. I think have a better track rate than musical ones though.
Right, yeah.
Like what
But
was it? Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds obviously fucking killing it. Did you see Deadpool 2 yet?
Deadpool 2?
Yeah. Or three.
No, I have not, because I'm gonna watch the first two, and then like I'm gonna get the third one because I know I'm gonna like.
Well, I told you if you haven't seen Logan, definitely watch Logan too. And Loki season 2. It's important. But Chrissy Teigen and John Legend.
Dude, I've already seen Loki season 2.
Fantastic. I rewatched the finale and before watching all those in Logan. Like I always said on our other my movie podcast, Logan's a great movie, but there's one major plot point that I fucking really despise in that movie that brings down every time I see it. But not enough about fucking that. Another celebrity music couple that's not actually in a band together though would be Beyonce and Jay-Z. They've been together for like fucking 20, 30 years now. It feels like.
I mean, are they still together?
They're still together. Yeah. She made that whole album about him cheating, but they've been together for like 20 plus years.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. Tom Holland and Zendaya, of course. I think she does music. I'm not sure.
I don't think she does.
Yeah, Chrissy Teigen and John Legend is one of the main ones.
That's the girl who played MJ, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's right. Because I knew they were dating. It's just
Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. Yeah, I guess. Oh, Elton John and his husband are still together, and I don't think they probably do music together. I'm sure.
Well, they did, because Elton John literally had like a year or two ago, literally had his final concert, his farewell concert.
Yeah. Dak Shepard and Kristen
Bell.
And
I was pissed off because I wanted to go see it, but one of my other coworkers actually got to see it, and I'm just like, you bitch.
I was also there's a Muse concert coming up. I'm already upset that I'm not going to be able to go to because I don't like concerts, but I'd love to go to a Muse concert.
No, I get that, man.
Oh, that'd be so much fun.
So now that we're done with the relationship thing, it's time to now pose another question to you.
I really had no question for that last episode. That was my thing I brought up.
Yeah, I know. And guess what? You did very good. You did very good bringing up topics. Like I don't even need to do anything because you actually did that so fluidly. But now, here's the question for this time around. What about bands, musicians, and movies? Cool. That's cool. That's my segue to episode 19 of season 1. Dethstars. We start off with a weird fucking sitcom-y thing
Penelope.
called Dating Penelope.
Dating Penelope.
Right.
Very Hello Megan.
Yeah, it is very Hello Megan. If Hello Megan were taken by Adult Swim. And and there was a guest star. Murderface.
Yeah, like the whole show the premise of the show is that random people are trying to date her, but her husband keeps trying to scare them off. And now she has a new boyfriend who works at the morgue.
Whoa. You really Freudian slipped the shit out of that one.
What do you think I said?
No. You did say dating Penelope, but her husband. You literally said her husband.
Nice.
You
her
mean
father.
Her dad.
Yeah, her father.
Holy shit.
Well, yeah.
Dude.
Hey, that's Freudian as hell because he's the
I'm like, dating. Whoa, holy shit.
Oh yeah. What's it called? Tangent wise, if you watched one of our most popular recent episodes of the Movie Garbage podcast, that slip up is even more on point with fucking Transformers at the really gross, weird plot point of that movie. Go listen to that and know what I'm talking about.
Just wow, dude.
Yeah, her husband. Her husband doesn't want her dating guys.
Hooray, polyamory. Her
father.
And the dad is supposed to be like a hard ass, and like he's like, and like it's like because no person's going to be dating my little girl, and Murderface is the guest star, as apparently he's holding the dog from the intro, who is dead.
A driveway is a weird place for a dog to sleep, and it's like everyone's kind of like laughing and still watching it.
This isn't your dog, is it? Everyone laughs some more. But then we actually get to the tribunal.
Yeah, straight to the intro real quick for once, and then.
Oh right, yeah. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
But then Dethklok is trying to get their hands at being professional actors. Here to, you know what? Take it from here, Matt. Who's the resident acting expert?
The resident expert is Dr. Chaz Fazel Doppenhofer. And he says, well, the thing about the bands is that they're, musician is one lane, but these guys, they have zazz.
Yep. Someone else actually used it. They have it. They have charisma. They have zazz. And then they talk about how, like, in the worst case scenarios, because recently they're making a movie with the help of Behemoth Productions. By the way, there's our metal reference number 1 of this episode, Behemoth.
Yep.
Behemoth Productions with James Grishnak.
Yep, they are on their movie. Blood Ocean is on week 13 of shooting.
No. It's on month 13.
Oh, is it month 13? Yeah, month 13.
Yeah. They're on month 13
Vikings,
of production.
Blood, a murder mystery. It's being produced by Behemoth Productions.
And of course, after this whole thing, because it's going to be millions of dollars in special effects.
Yep.
TV turns off, and you see Grishnak. Really, if you could imagine what the term sleazeball executive, this man looks exactly like that term.
There's one thing we forgot to mention last episode. The voice actress for the girlfriend in last episode is Sarah Silverman's sister. She's like an actor who's been in a ton of stuff, but she also is in the Sarah Silverman Project playing her sister. And she is a very, very funny actress. And she also plays the same she plays the assistant voice actor in this scene as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, she's very funny.
But yeah, Laura Silverman.
Yep.
I believe her name is, yeah. But she's the assistant is like, congratulations, and remember that time I said sleazy executive? Immediately backhands her, really dumping millions on this shit show of a fucking movie.
These idiot actors these idiot singers who can't act.
I mean, at least everyone's happy, and backhands her again and says, and I quote, "Get daddy a drink."
Yeah, I remember the trivia said
wow.
It's not really clear if he's really her father or just a creep. It's not really clear. Either way, it's terrible. Honestly, it's pretty bad.
And then we go to the filmmaking of Blood Ocean, where Nathan is reciting his lines, horrible inflection and everything, and then after he's done, he says "Space Odin" as he looks at Squizgar.
Your turn. You go. Your turn.
And Squizgar hardly remembering his lines as he's butchering it. And the air quote director,
guys, and it's like, okay, well, then the director's just like, okay, guys, that was great. How about this time you guys just really try your hardest, okay?
And Pickles is like, whoa. If you read our contract, you're not allowed to direct, berate, or anything else of the sort, or even talk to us at all during this. So you're fired. Wait, I'm fired? Yep, you're fired. And then Toki's like, ha, classic Hollywoods. Now you go hang yourself. He's like, hang myself. And we get the cover of a fucking article where it's just him hanging himself.
It's so terrible. And it says, of course, actor J.F. Marth is in talks to be a star in the movie along with them. And then he's just like, these fucking actors, these singers can't act and they're terrible. It's just you see the guys in the background being stupid and fucking with a forklift. It's just so ridiculous.
And he's like, do you guys mind? He's like, sorry, I've never driven one before. Okay, let me just
he's like, okay, so yeah, actors.
These idiots are just get stabbed in the chest by a fucking forklift and just lifting and lowering. He's like, no, leave it in. I'll see you in hell. And then we get the first trailer, and only trailer for Blood Ocean, where it's just in a world with no laws, the planets are being pillaged by space Vikings. There lies the secret to a I forget what the fuck they say. Father Maker, who knows the identity of a serial killer. And, like, in the background, you hear, like, Murderface. I know who you are.
Or like an oil rig.
And the oil rig with the haunted crypt on, like, I forget what the fuck he says live. And the love where it happened to death. Blood Ocean. You see Murderface again turning around. I know who you are.
And like a bunch of crazy quick cuts.
Blood Ocean. Coming soon. Blood. Like it legitimately says like Blood Ocean like 4 or 5 times, and the band's like, yeah, this is awesome, amazing, we did everything great, yeah. And Charles comes in and is like, hey
yeah,
guys,
okay,
I don't
guys,
want
I'm
to
a little bit worried about the production.
but here's the problem. Grishnak has been dodging my calls. That usually means a movie's bad. Yeah, so what does that mean? It means that it's gonna ruin your image. And Squizgar and Tofi are like, image. And Charles is just like, guys, this means people are gonna stop liking you and not buy your music.
And they're like, oh,
and
they're all
just like, uh-oh. So they all go to the oil rig where Blood Ocean took place to watch this movie. And it just starts very interestingly, like, synthesizer with, Nathan's just like, blood, an ocean of blood. How many liters would it take to make an ocean of blood? And then, like, you see Murderface, like, and it's just like you just see Nathan Explosion on, like, a little raft in the blood ocean. And then it, like, switches to Murderface, who's like, I am a cop who is also a serial killer. How did I get here? And then you go into space where Squizgar is, and all of his lines are just dubbed over.
I am the Space Viking, and I'm looking for Space Odin. It's like a completely different voice actor. It's like, hey, what the hell? That's not my voice.
And like I forget what it is, but like Pickles has horrible inflection and everything, and the band just sneaks out as everyone's watching.
We see the people in the audience kind of like confused and look at each other like, what the hell? And then we see like the band's kind of like super embarrassed and like hiding their faces, and they kind of slink out of the theater.
And they, they're like, dude, this is a real shit show right now. And like Nathan looks at Charles and says, do anything you can to never release this.
Yeah, and we see,
and of course
Grishnak
like,
comes out like,
not even on DVDs. Oh, shut the hell up, Toki. Yeah. And as you were saying,
yeah, Grishnak shows up and says, "Hey guys, how did you like that movie?" Like, "Oh, it's not really that good." And he's like, "Hey, listen, this is a $500 million shit sandwich, and you're all gonna take a bite. I'm tired of you stupid asshole musicians thinking you can act. Listen, we control the media. They're gonna like make it look like it's a good thing. I don't care if you ruined your guys' image. We're gonna make our money back on this piece of shit." So just like I said, shit sandwich, take a big bite and smile.
And then all of a sudden, it's funny because as they're walking out, everyone, the audience, the press, the newscasters, everyone is like cheering and loving every bit how this is the best movie ever.
Yeah.
And as they get into the hatred copter, as I like to call it, they just it goes backwards, and it just immediately as the blade hits one of the oil pipes and just puts oil everywhere. We get on the extended version of the first Death album, Blood Ocean performed. And as there's oil everywhere, Grishnak like opens his mouth like slack-jawed. A cigar burns the oil. Everyone burns. Everyone dies. As you see like a few like news articles saying like best movie of the year completely destroyed.
Yeah, the fire destroyed everything, including the film.
Yep. And everyone burns, and the ocean that the oil rig is on like becomes bloody, as if it was like symbolism. And the episode fucking ends.
Yeah.
So Matt, before I get you on a tangent, it's my turn to finally ask a question. Have you ever seen any movie that has either had a band performing in it or has had a band or band member like directing it?
Directing wise, I'm not too sure. I've seen plenty movies about musicians, like what was it, the Yeah, 8 Mile, the Eminem one I remember seeing forever ago. Whiplash is fucking fantastic. It's about just musicians in general, about like drummers and shit. Like that movie's intense as hell. Did you see the Elvis movie from 2022?
Nope.
That was my favorite movie of the year.
No, I did not.
I fucking love that movie to death.
Now, Matt.
Yeah.
You do know of a musician that directed movies. You mentioned Captain Spaulding, didn't you?
Oh yeah, Rob Zombie's Halloween movies. I love that timeline of the movies. I mean, besides House of a Thousand Corpses and that whole series with the Maniacs.
Not just the Halloween movies, House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects. My personal favorite, The Haunted World of El Super Bisto.
Yeah, of course, you try to get us to do that on the podcast. Maybe someday we'll do that one.
Oh, dude, fuck yeah, dude, we need to.
He's great.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
If not on Movie Garbage, we totally have to do it for this one.
I mean, it is animated. We could do it as a special anytime we want. So yes, of course.
Anyway, anyway.
Did you see Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny? Of course, fucking fantastic.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! You and I watched that together.
Hell yeah, fucking.
When you were living in your apartment, dude, that movie is great. Especially when you get like cameo appearances from other like actual musicians. Especially my favorite. Please correct me if I'm wrong on this one. David Groening as Beelzebub.
Yeah, from Foo Fighters. Yeah,
from Foo Fighters. And speaking of Foo Fighters, have you seen Studio 666?
Is that the one where like the Foo Fighters are playing themselves and like they're playing in a haunted studio and they get like possessed?
Yes.
I saw the trailer for that forever ago. I've never seen the movie. I assume it's bad.
I own the movie and I've never watched it, but I've always meant to watch it because it looks so fucking silly.
It looks terrible but funny. It was fun. It looks very fun.
Yeah, right. But now here's another one though. It's not about any band. It's not about like it doesn't have really any musicians.
Oh wait, before you go on your thing, one more thing. Did you see Yesterday?
Is that the Beatles one?
Oh yeah, the one about the guy who's like wakes up in a world where the Beatles never existed, and he like plays all their music and becomes famous.
No, I have not seen that one either.
That movie is really, really fucking weird because I mean, like I wouldn't suggest it's an okay whatever movie, but like the actual world is like slightly different because there's like a lot of other minor stuff that doesn't exist because of the influence of the Beatles. It's a very, very bizarre movie. It's very fucking weird, and then the end has a really stupid twist where it's kind of like ironic in retrospect. Do you ever have any chance of ever seeing that movie?
I probably won't.
Yeah, it's not very good. But like in the end, he goes back to his universe and he's like talking to somebody like, "Oh, I'm only back. Like the Beatles are famous and everything's back to normal." And then like he like mentions something like Harry Potter based, or somebody mentions that to him, and he's like, "Harry Potter, I've never heard of that. What's that? That doesn't exist." And it's just like, oh, in his world, that never existed. It's really fucking bizarre. But the movie's very weird. Yeah, the movie's very weird in general, and it's a very interesting idea, but it's very fucking stupid.
Now you want to know like very fucking. It's not. It's very like Metalocalypse kind of humor, but like what a New Zealand movie that I saw, kind of like Dead Alive and like
fucking Bad Taste,
Peter Jackson,
the
Dead
worst
Alive.
fucking like Bad Taste, the fucking worst movie I've seen on Movie Garbage Practical.
No, there's one where it's about like a high school kid who like gets into death metal with some of the other students, and like there's demons and shit and everything that they have to destroy and everything because apparently the kid plays the black hymn and like summons evil and stuff. It's called Deathgasm.
That sounds very familiar. I think I've heard of that. Yeah.
It's picture anything that is like from Metalocalypse live action and in one block of movie. It's fucking insane. It's batshit crazy, and it fucking knows it.
That sounds very ridiculous.
It is like you remember? I think I'm saying it right. Dead Alive, the zombie movie,
Dead Alive,
with the fucking lawnmower scene. It's that levels of crazy, only not as brutal.
Oh, maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah.
I have a long list. But speaking of like long list of movies, the actual movie Blood Ocean reminded me of a lot of fucking weird, bizarre horror movies that I've seen recently. I know you don't go to the theaters frequently as I do. I know I go like practically like at least 2 or 3 times a month.
God, if only I had that much money.
But that much money, it's like $6-7 if you go matinee. But anyway.
Yeah. And then I can buy it for like $13 and own it and watch it whenever I want.
Yeah, not in the theater though. Did you see Longlegs, the Nicolas Cage horror movie that came out?
No, because I've only heard that one by name alone.
It's not minor spoilers, but the killer, who's played by Nick Cage, you know that from the trailers, is like a musician guy, and he does like crazy ass Nick Cage singing, which Nick Cage is like in like multiple bands, but like he plays this weird like metal singer-esque fucking freaky ass weirdo. That's Nick Cage, of course, is a freaky ass weirdo, and he's like obsessed with this one specific band. He's like always like singing really crazily before he murders people, and there's all kinds of like devil magic in the movie. It's fucking fantastic. It's weird and freaky. Did you see Skinamarink? That like analog horror movie with like weird VHS style quality.
Well, first off, I like how you said analog horror and then describe to me what analog horror was.
Of course, maybe you don't know what analog horror is. But yeah, Skinamarink.
I know what analog horror is. But that one sounds that one actually sounds interesting.
It's a very surreal, weird movie. It's like these two kids trapped in a house with like no exit, and it's like a lot of like really bizarre camera footage, and it's a freaky ass movie, but it's just very fucking.
So it's kind of like Grave Encounters.
No, it's not found footage. It's just like the quality of the camera is very weird and like low quality, but it's not like video cameras. It's very
dude, like the Mandela Catalog, I think it's called.
It's very good.
like that kind of stuff. It's surreal. It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
It doesn't punch you in the gut with scary, but it like kind of gets under your skin.
Yeah, very unnerving, which is another thing I could say about Longlegs. It's very like that. The two, or M. Night Shyamalan's Daughters movie, and then the other one that's directed by him about his other daughter. The Watchers was the one which was very stupid and bad. I don't recommend seeing it unless you like ironically shitty movies. It's the one directed by his daughter. And then the one about his daughter being a musician. Did you see the trailer for Trap yet?
No.
It's fucking fantastic. I described it like...
Okay.
What?
Forgive me, but even though I know recently he's had one or two good like movies, I can't get over the fact that I can't see M. Night Shyamalan as doing good anymore.
Dude, Old was fantastic. I told you I nearly cried at Old. That one really affected me. But I will say Trap is very fascinating, and if you get the chance, definitely watch it. I want to give you like the premise from the trailer, even though we're running along for everything. But do you mind if I give you the premise for the thing?
What am I gonna do? Stop you? Go ahead.
Well, you can say no. We don't have time. Josh Hartnett is a father taking his daughter to like this like Dua Lipa, Taylor Swift like concert thing. And like he's like, very goofy, fun dad, and he's like sees all these crazy amount of police officers and stuff all over the place. There's all kinds of like SWAT teams and like all kinds of armed guards, and he's just kind of like, what the hell's going on? So he goes up to one of the like merchant people. He's like, hey, what's going on with all the extra police work? He's like, hey, you know about that serial killer that's been going around chopping people up and kidnapping people? This whole concert is a giant trap to try to capture him. And he's like, oh my god, that's crazy. And then you see Josh Hartnett go to the bathroom, pull out his phone. You see a man he has trapped in his basement because he's this crazy serial killer. And he's taking his daughter to a concert, and he's got to try to sneak out of this concert as a crazy murderer. The movie's fantastic from there. It's really, really good. You have to go check it out.
That's insane.
But that's an M. Night Shyamalan movie. His daughter is playing the musician. And his other daughter had a movie come out this year, The Watchers, which is shitty. But like that movie's very fun, and it gets it takes so many turns, and it's so crazy, much crazier than you think it's gonna be. It's very fun.
Okay,
huge recommend.
Matt.
Yeah.
Final thing I'll say before we go to the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
It can't be as crazy as Nicolas Cage as a vampire saying, "Hail Satan!
Hail Satan!" Let me show you my plan. Woo! Blood.
Yeah, there's nothing crazier than hearing
Renfield
Nick
was
Cage
fucking fat. Did you see Renfield?
I own it.
Hell yeah, that movie's fucking funny as hell.
Dude, that one's amazing. Have you guys done that for a movie garbage?
No. There's too many. That movie's fun, but like just a ton of like shittier horror movies that I probably would do before that good one.
Wait. Shittier movies?
Yeah.
You, the man who told me that movie garbage is not just shitty movies.
Oh no, if I'm gonna do another horror movie, because we did Freddy vs. Jason, which was an incredibly fun horror movie.
Dude, that's like great.
Yeah,
right
it's a
there.
great action movie,
as
barely a horror
crossovers
movie.
Go, it's amazing.
Yeah, but if I'm gonna do another horror movie, it's gonna be something very like. Also, we did Bad Taste, which I fucking hated, but Ed loved. That movie was the opposite parts of our list because it's so fucking weird and shitty. But like, I'll probably gonna do a really shitty horror movie before I do something fun like Renfield.
Oh wait, so shitty. So you're gonna do what? The Leprechaun movies?
Oh god, that'd be great. The third one that plays in Las Vegas.
You're gonna do the Wishmaster movies.
The Wishmaster. I love that guy. His voice is weird.
I fucking love
Why
the
do
Wishmaster.
you know who you sound like? You know who you sound like?
What?
You sound like Jim Carrey as Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yeah, pretty much. The Wishmaster guy's voice actor is fucking great. But no, let's not.
I will admit, Wishmaster is one of those guilty pleasure movies that I watch.
Oh yeah,
but
I wish I was able to watch all of them because I know I've only seen like the first couple. But yeah, the weird, surreal horror movies are fucking great. I would have shown. See Blood Ocean.
I think one of the craziest ones I ever saw was The Happening.
Another Night Shyamalan special.
Nick Cage, that fucking no, not The Happening. I got the wrong one. What's the Nick Cage one with the end of the world and everything?
The one that just came out recently with like those weird alien bugs?
No. It was like that one with the symbolism with the Mormonism and stuff.
Huh?
Oh,
Next or whatever the fuck it's called.
The Knowing or something.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
we can see the future or whatever.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah,
the
that was
one
very
where like
silly.
it literally ends with him like hugging his parents and it, like the entire world like just burns.
Yeah, I think that was Knowing, I believe.
Yeah.
And then Mandy, another surreal Nick Cage horror movie that's all fucking red and crazy.
Whoa. Hey.
Yeah.
There's something about the Knowing though you need to understand. Because I've seen the future. And episode 20 of season 1 of Metalocalypse. The season finale, mind you, Matt.
Yeah.
The Metalocalypse has begun.
I would say Mandy would have been a better transition. That's a fucking metal as hell movie.
Oh no, I wanted to go with the whole like, transition
end of the world?
with like end of the world kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because we're finally getting a little bit more information about, the fucking main story of this.
This is the first time in forever. The band has begun
like,
tons and tons
since
of
like
death
episode
threats.
1 or like, well actually no, there's been like smatterings every now and then.
Of course.
But anyway, we begin on the Dethcopter, because it's actually called the Dethcopter, where, drinking from skull bowls of soup, and Charles is like, hey, just so you know, you guys have been receiving death threats from fans. And Pickles is like, cool, that means they're gonna die. And Charles is like, no, you don't understand. They want to kill you. That's a little different. And of course he's like, Charles is just like, all right, so let's get some safety briefing going on. And Nathan's like, very good. Anything else? So, any ideas for the death merch you guys were talking about? Oh, Squiscar's like, oh yes, okay, guys, look, this is it. Here it is. This is Time Travel's face bag.
Yeah.
And they literally just put garbage bags over their heads. And Charles is thinking like everyone else, like, what is this? It's Time Travel face bag. You put the bag over your head, and it allows you to travel through time. And Murderface like takes it up, like, dear God, you boy in the street. What day is it? And Pickles is like, it's Wednesday, it's Friday. And then Nathan says one of my favorite Nathan explosion lines ever. We have found out how to travel through time at the speed of regular time with plastic bags. I'm like, that is such a Nathan thing to say.
Yeah, very, very fucking hilarious. And that's when we hit the intro.
And then we go to we get the intro, and then we start with like some newscasters talking about like, hey, so the Death album, known as the Dethklok album, known as Death Water, biggest budgeted record in history, and it even had like a class action lawsuit going to the comedy episode, and And like you have Nathan Explosion being like, we can't actually perform this for people. This was intended for fish. Only fish could
Undersea
listen
creatures.
to this. Yeah, underwater sea creatures. And of course the fans were so angry that they literally formed a renegade group and signed suicide petitions and terrorist petitions
Yeah.
to try to pressure the band into doing it. And guess what? Nathan announced, although I do not think this is a good idea musically, I believe that this is a good decision financially. And then we get the tribunal, who is like, well, it seems that they are having their death water. They're performing death water. General Crozier, do you have any more information on this? And all we know is that they're going to take place in Poland, specifically the Gulf of Danzig. Yep. By the way, that's another metal band reference right there, Danzig.
Oh yeah, it's the Baltic Sea for the fish. They live in the Baltic Sea.
Yeah, they're going to play it for the fish. And it's like anything else, and Crozier's like, no, we expect, severe destruction of natural resources and death of fans.
Yep.
He's like, very good. Meeting adjourned. Cardinal Ravenwood goes down an elevator and meets Crozier in like a room, a silent room, and he's like, all right, now's the time to do this. And the Cardinal's like, of course, because according to the ancient scriptures, they must be killed, or an apocalypse of metal will be upon us.
They must stop the metal.
Yeah, like there's gonna be an apocalypse of just metal, and it's like, it's like finally we get to learn more about this. And Crozier's like, all right, so I have to go and do something. You're gonna meet me at the rendezvous point. And Ravenwood's like, oh, Silesia still haunts my mind. I feel like something really bad is gonna happen. So we cut to a guy who is like torturing a man on like a table. And then we see General Crozier. He's just like, you're a hard man to fucking find. And we get to finally meet for the first time ever the man known as the Metal Masked Assassin, sometimes known as the Masked Assassin, who is once again voiced by guest voice actor and Cannibal Corpse lead singer George Corpse Grinder Fisher.
Hell yeah.
He actually voices, just so you know, he actually voices a lot more than you would like to think in this entire show.
Oh, but make sure you point him out when he comes up.
Well, I missed a few times, but anyway.
He talks about how he's only been found because he let the general find him, and he says, "Yeah."
He's like, "What do you want?" Yeah, your brother's dead.
He worked for me,
and of course, well, yeah, hey, your brother's dead because he worked for me. Well, what do you want? You want to get revenge? I know who killed them. You can get your revenge. And then we get song number 2, the Danzig remix of it, mind you.
As the band gets ready to go perform, and we see the Cardinals men preparing, a gunman preparing, and this plays over this. The song goes over.
Yep, the second song in the Death album, where the remix of this was in the extended version, which is like this version of the song. Mm-hmm. Go into the water.
Yeah.
And yes, just everything, they start performing. There's like giant speaker pillars coming out of the water, giant box with the band in it, as they performed this song. Which, by the way, a lot of times in the previous episodes, I said that to remember certain things because these are going to be on the test. This song, Go Into the Water, you might want to remember that. This tidbit might be important in the future.
Yeah.
But as they're playing, the masked man is just like, all right, Dethklok will die. Starts killing fans
with like a
in the crowd.
Darth Maul sword thing.
Yeah, like that weird, I forget what it's actually called, but it's like a double-bladed, like long ass like
sword.
Staff.
Yeah.
And as he's doing that, Crozier's like, all right, men, fire. And they fire at the band. And immediately Charles is like, get them out of there. And they go into the pentapods.
Yeah. They'll fall in a bunch of pods and they'll shoot off. Like, what the
hell?
They like had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, right. The masked man actually fires at one of them and follows it like, you're mine.
Yeah, we see Toki. Toki's, I think Toki or Squizgars knocks into the other persons, and then they're both knocked off course.
Yep, and the rest of the band goes to the rendezvous,
Mm-hmm.
and then
We see,
get to see
the
like,
band is
yeah.
exits and they're surrounded by the Cardinals' men, and they're shot with knockout gas. What the hell? And then we see
Right, and then
Toki and
yeah,
Squizgar
and then
walking
we
around the
also see.
woods.
Well, yeah, they get out and they're like, "What the fucks was that? Yeah, what? Where are we? What the fucks just happened? Why was your guitars really bad, Toki?" And then, of course, like, as they're walking, the assassin attacks them, and as the Cardinals' men are getting ready to, like, get their men to surround Dethklok. Well, the rest of Dethclown.
Yeah.
We see clocketeers
Hell yeah.
armed with
Whole
swords,
army of
shields, and other
clocketeers.
like melee, and there is an all-out fucking like massive fight. Like we're talking like a war, like a battle ensues, and then back to the assassin who has Toki and Squizgar on the ground, getting ready to kill them. I shall seize you in the metal halls of Odin. I've always hated you, Squizgar. I know, Toki. I know. And then you hear a gunshot. You see Charles Offensen, and you get probably my favorite line of all time. That's my bread and butter you're fucking with. And then they both fight.
Yeah, Offensen actually beats the shit out of the fucking guy. They seem pretty even, but Offensen does have the upper hand on this fight with the Metal Masked Assassin.
Yep, and the metal masked assassin gets knocked into like some freezing water, and then we cut back to after the fight where you see Crozier and the Cardinal, and Crozier's like, "All right, we gotta kill them," and the Cardinal's like, "No, we must pray, or else it will be devastating." And Crozier's like, "We'll do it now." As Ravenwood is like chanting in Latin, you just see fog appear, and you see Salacia, and all he does is he yells how the Cardinal betrayed him, holds out his hand to the soldiers, and their heads just vanish, and they're dead. And then he holds his hand out to the Cardinal and says, "Be blind," as the Cardinal's eyes literally explode, and it's like his intestines shoot out of his mouth and strangle him.
Yeah, it's insane.
And the general's like, "What are you doing?" And Salacia looks at him and goes, "You I need alive. Sleep." And Crozier goes down unconscious, and Salacia looks at the band and says, "We will meet again." And as Toki, Squizgar, and Charles are walking towards the rest of the band, he vanishes in the fog. And the final words of Cardinal Ravencroft, "The Metalocalypse has begun." And then as the credits roll, we just get like different images of the band.
Oh, yeah.
And that is the end of season 1.
Hell yeah.
That
very
is
fun musical
the
show.
end of, yeah, and it's just like, holy shit. Like, here's the thing I like about this. Because yes, in episode 1, we got like them briefly mentioning this, right? And then we did a whole bunch of other fun little things. Haha, this band is crazy. With some smatterings of, maybe a name drop for our main villain ? And like, how the general is like, against him and wanting the band dead, and we get more tidbits of lore and stuff, but focus on this funny, band. And then an episode like this drops, where it's like, hey, remember that story you guys forgot? Well, this is important.
Yeah, very fucking funny. We have a very serious, cool ending to a very zany show. Yeah.
Now, Matt.
Yeah.
You've had plenty of time to mull this over. You've watched all of season 1 now. So, a few questions for you. Number 1, at this point in time, I know I've asked you this before at the very beginning when we were like somewhat knowledgeable, but now that you have season 1 under your belt, of all 6 people, yes, I'm including Charles Offenstead. Who's your favorite Dethklok member?
Member of Dethklok, I would probably say is Toki, because he's the most like fun to follow whenever he's doing anything goofy.
Yeah, he's the child at heart.
Yeah, child at heart.
He's like
funny. He's like actually
he's the real
humor.
he's the real metalhead.
Yeah,
he's the real metalhead because he's like, I'm darks and brutals, but kitty.
Yeah, he's very fucking fun. He's the funniest character to follow. His fucking everyone. His episodes are some of the best. His like weird little side songs where he has like weird heavy rainbow music videos are always fucking fun.
Fucking right.
Who's yours?
The fucking underwater friends.
Of course.
You know that shit. But yeah, for me, it's actually a tie between Pickles the drummer, because he's like, honestly, aside from Toki, he's like the second most sanest member of Dethklok.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sure, he's got some fucking problems, as we saw in the family episode of Dethklok. He's got some problems. I mean, to the point where he drinks, but like I said, it's tied with him and honestly Offenstead, because all he's a fucking hard nose. He's a pencil pusher. He's like, business numbers, but he obviously, like we saw in this like recent episode that we just got done watching, he does actually care for this band, even though like everyone fucking like berates him and like makes fun of him and doesn't even listen to him. He still is standing with this band.
Yeah, but he also still loves his Snakes and Barrels band.
Oh, I mean that's true. Yeah, but I'm just like, Charles, dude, you have some hardcore fucking like.
Yeah, he's really fucking.
You got some dedication.
Yeah.
So I'm curious as to see where this is gonna go from here. But now, second question. You've had some time to listen and everything like that. Of all of the songs that we've listened to here with Dethklok in season 1, which one is your favorite?
I would say, I can't remember. Is The Lost Vikings, is that a season 1? I know it's on the first album.
It is on the first album, yes. The Lost Vikings is the second of the Viking trilogy. Yeah. It wasn't really performed in the show, but it was on the Death album. Okay. That's a good one. I agree with you. Like, yeah,
that's one of my favorites, but it's actually in the episode, I would say probably... maybe Bloodrecuted.
Bloodrecuted? Yeah, that's a good one too. And honestly, you can say
Bloodrecuted. I love that song.
You'll be Bloodrecuted right now. Yeah. Just and by the way, Lost Vikings counts because it's a Dethklok song.
Yeah, I'm very curious today. Did they ever actually perform it? Because I feel like there's a music video to it, but that must be season 2.
Oh yeah, no. Like they've performed, I think, just about all of their songs at least once. Like live, I mean.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I feel like there's a music video at some point of the actual...
Oh yeah, there is.
Not this
That's
season,
what I'm saying. Right? Yeah, no. Oh no. There's in the show you'll never see a music video for Bloodrecuted.
Not Bloodrecuted. No. I meant for Lost Vikings.
Oh no, not in. There is not one in the series, okay. But they do. Like on YouTube, I've found out that they do have some of the music videos that they use for their concerts.
Okay. Yeah, but Bloodrecuted was from the episode where their family comes to visit, and it was the funny thing with the newscaster trying to surprise them, and they're like,
yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking great.
My favorite song, when I first watched this season, my favorite song, surprisingly enough, was Murder Train A-Comin'.
Yeah, Murder Train A-Comin' is fantastic from a very fun episode.
It is, but it's no mystery that I've seen every single episode of this, and I've seen even like the follow-up to things, Doomstar Requiem and Army of the Doomstar.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, in season 1, my favorite song of all time, especially in the first Death album, even the extended one, is Go Into the Water.
Hell yeah, Go Into the Water is fantastic.
Like, it just, I don't know, like, after I watched through everything, I listened to that song again, and I don't know what it is, it just fucking hits hard,
It's a fun-ass song, good-ass song. Yeah, the band's
It really is. But now, we've gotten through season 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Best episode, worst episode.
I would probably say best episode is probably going to be, I want to say the Dethclown because it's fucking fantastic. But what was the one?
Because Roxo.
Yeah, Dr. Roxo's fucking fantastic. What was the one with the murder train coming? The blues, Death Blues, right? Or Blues Clock?
Oh yeah,
Blues Clock.
No, I think it's called. You know what? Here, hold on a second.
Yeah, I'll check my own notes that I have.
The DVD right beside me. I have the episodes right beside me. Yeah, Blues Clock.
Blues Clock. Yeah. I love Blues Clock.
Oh, you just like the fact that every single blues song is something about trains.
Yeah, I got the murder.
Anything else to sing about down here? Yeah, and I mean, dude, it's Mashed Potato Johnson.
Mashed Potatoes Johnson is great. He's fucking fantastic.
But what about your least favorite?
Let's see. Probably Girlfriendklok. It's very whatever. It's very like goofy. Not really. There's no real like main plot. It's kind of just the band being goofy, wanting to go to the porno awards, and then like Nathan having a shitty girlfriend. It's like not very heavy on like jokes or anything like that. It's also just like, yeah.
Yeah, no, I get you, man. Honestly, I'm gonna start with my least favorites. My least favorite ones. It's actually a tie. Yes, one of them is Girlfriendklok. Yeah, because that one is like you said, it was very middle of the road kind of thing. But surprisingly enough, the other one I really didn't like was Death Comedy.
Death Comedy was they could have done more with the premise.
It was very middle of the ground. It's like, you know, they literally just are like, what's the opposite of death and destruction? What's the opposite of tragedy? Comedy.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's just like
for a show that is like a comedy majority of the time, like either them failing wasn't like particularly like super funny, and like when they were actually succeeding and doing well, it also wasn't particularly like standout funny because I don't think they ever really got a chance to perform like well. And I was gonna say, tied with my other one. Actually, I want to see your favorite episode because I think there's another one that I might like a little bit more than the one I said.
Well,
I'm very curious of who's going to be.
I'm going to be honest with you. First off, for a guy like me, it's really hard to choose a favorite.
Of course,
because I liked a lot of these episodes, even like later on down the road. But I would say my all-time favorite one of season 1. And I'm going to try to be fair with this, so I'm not going to include the Metalocalypse Has Begun. But I literally have to say that my all-time favorite one has to be either Mordland or Fat Clock. Because I mean the whole like, you know, the fan appreciation one, I thought that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
because it's just like
they're all trying to like be normal.
Yeah, oh god, the fans. And at the end where it's just like, hey, all your money's all the way down there. I'd serpentine if I were you. It's showtime. I'm like, that's beautiful. And with Fat Clock, I mean, come on, how can you beat fucking Death Harmonic with the fucking lasers that actually murder people, and the first words out of Nathan's mouth in that song are, "I want to keep my money and give away absolutely nothing." It's called Death Harmonic, and it's literally about how he doesn't want to do his fucking taxes.
Fatty Ding Dong.
Oh, but what about you? You said there was.
Like... I think honestly, like not thinking about this might be my actual favorite. I think Snakes and Barrels might be my favorite.
Oh, you know what? That one's a good one too, because you know.
The band is fucking fantastic. You got to see Pickles
in a different band.
Well, but even the band, Antonio, Tony DeMarco, Thunderbottom, Sammy, Candy Nose, Twinkles, or Twin Skins, Snizzy Snaz Bullets, and of course, Totally Sweet Alabama. Totally Awesome Sweet Alabama Liquid Snake, fucking fantastic. The Girdlets are. There's so many. Everything about that episode's fucking.
Yeah,
funny.
You're right. There's so many good things. But here's the other funny thing. Like with Snakes and Barrels, and yes, even with Dr. Roxo, even the bands that are not Dethklok that are like in-universe bands that actually have songs.
Yeah.
What the fuck? They're good.
An actual song is just them
Like-
freaking out on Totally Awesome Sweet Alabama Liquid Snake.
Oh no! Before they started freaking
Yeah,
out,
actually, it's like
they
the actual
actually
hair
did start
band. Yeah, the
singing
music's
Water
great.
Horsey Blues.
Yeah. Oh,
which
so
was
good.
actually, I'm not gonna lie, I would kind of if Brendan, because I don't think Brendan's doing any more with Metalocalypse now that he's finally done with it. Even though I kind of wish he would, just so long as he keeps the concerts going,
Of course.
I'll be satisfied.
Yeah.
But I kind of would see Smash Bambi. What is
There's
Dr.
Snakes and
Roxo's?
Zaz Blemmy Mataz.
Yeah, Zaz Blammy and Mataz. Thank you. I would see them, and I would see Snakes and Barrels. Like, I would actually go and see those concerts, or at least listen to their music.
Yeah.
Holy shit, they were actually really good.
I was also gonna say, I think that the military hallucinogenics expert, Dr. Ray Mamalith Chesterfield, might be the only one that actually actually was persistent throughout the episode and showed up later. All right, so yeah. I don't think any of the other weird, crazy experts have shown up later, but that's another reason. Yeah, the character names, the band itself, the fun little insight into another group is just fucking. I think Snakes and Umbrellas might be my favorite, followed by Blues Clock. Now, you said your favorites, right?
Yeah, I already did. Yeah,
All right,
but
all right.
yeah, those are good. But like I said, even though this is season 1, there was a lot of good shit, and yeah, I mean it's dark, it's brutal and stuff, but it's a fucking hilarious because it's so just pokes fun at everything.
Yeah. Very
Kinda
fun,
thing.
very fun series. I'm glad we picked this one.
Yeah, I'm glad you liked it. So, but yeah, like I said, that's season 1 of Metalocalypse. I personally do not have any shameless plugs, but I know you do.
Of course. Matthew Lewis podcasts, YouTube. Watch the old episodes of the show. Forgotten Minotaur King. Pick up my book. Freaking listen to the podcast. Movie Garbage. One of the most popular series we have on our channel. Check out that shit. Fun episodes. The road trip episodes, fucking over 3 hours long. about comedy in general. Very little about the actual movie. I don't check Twitter anymore, but if you do, send me some notifications over at Matthew Lewis P on that. Just follow my shit. Of course, obviously listen to old episodes of this fucking show, Action Toon Bros. We have a ton of series and we've been following. And it's gonna be keep it nice and quick and simple this time.
Yep, absolutely. But yeah, just this was a roller coaster, and to think we're only a fourth of the way done, barring the 2 specials.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so next time we record, it's gonna be the next Young Justice, right?
Yep, next batch of Young Justice season.
Exactly. Oh, the 3rd arc, I believe. We're on, right?
Which I think might be cut differently than the last 3, which were like a solid 4 episodes in a row. But we'll see how they actually works out.
Right. Yeah. So, from us here at Action Toon Bros to you guys, please have a wonderful day, and as always,
Keep it